For decades, every few years, a new high-profile court case has captivated the attention of the American media sources, causing the nation to buzz. Whether we're fixated on an ill-fitting glove or a questionable alibi, we eagerly turn on the morning news each day before heading to work, where the topic dominates the water cooler chatter. As a society, we consume a great deal of dramatized fiction through the popular culture. Given a front row seat to the most recent developments in a high-profile, real-life criminal case, it is not surprising that our attention grows. We're eager to serve as honorary jurors from the comfort of our own homes, speculating and making judgments on the basis of new evidence. While state laws governing media relations in the courtroom vary, the most compelling cases find a way to transcend boundaries and continue to captivate the nation. These cases involve defendants that the public loves to despise, attorneys whose reputations precede them, and surprising admissions of fresh, devastating evidence, and in one of the trials on our list, a marriage proposal in court. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at the most incredible moments in court. Yeah, you heard it right. Number 1. O.J. Simpson. We would be negligent if we began our list with anything other than the trial of the century. The people of the state of California versus Orenthal James Simpson was the granddaddy of all courtroom media spectacles. The entire nation was on the edge of its seat when former NFL running back O.J. Simpson was charged with 2 counts of murder for the 1994 murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman. Not only was the famous defendant represented by an extremely prominent team of defense attorneys called the Dream Team at the time, but the case also drew unparalleled media attention. This coverage was so extensive that it prompted numerous delays in trial, which ultimately lasted 11 months. The fact that witnesses began selling their stories to the tabloid press barred them from testifying at the hearing. It was difficult to narrow down a pool of potential jurors who could stay impartial in light of the non-stop media coverage of Simpson's arrest and the murder case in general during jury selection. Throughout the trial, 10 jurors would be discharged for various reasons, leaving only 4 of the original 12 jurors on the final panel. It is also true that this trial brought the American public directly inside the courtroom by broadcasting the proceedings on court TV and other news outlets. Simpson was found not guilty after months of arduous judicial hearings and contradictory testimony, sending shockwaves throughout the nation. Number 2. Ted Bundy. While the O.J. Simpson trial may currently maintain the unofficial title of Trial of the Century, the criminal trial of Ted Bundy was the first to be broadcast nationwide on television. Bundy was not the first serial killer in the United States, nor will he be the last. However, something about the charismatic psychopath attracted the interest of many. Even after he was jailed for many murders and sexual assaults, Bundy's reputed movie star good looks drew the attention of numerous young women. Not only did Bundy get hundreds of love letters from female admirers while incarcerated, but it was customary for young, attractive women to line the rows of his trial in an attempt to catch a look at him. The intriguing criminal chose to represent himself in court, and one of his most famous moments was proposing to his faithful lover and champion of his innocence, Carol Ann Boone, while he questioned her on the witness stand. Actually, Bundy was trialed numerous times. He escaped the courtroom and prison before his final capture and trial. His activities ultimately resulted in 3 distinct murder convictions, each accompanied by a death sentence. In 1989, he was executed by electrocution. Number 3. Casey Anthony. Since Casey Anthony was arrested in 2008 for allegedly murdering her 2-year-old daughter, Kaylee, the United States has been captivated by the Caylee Anthony case. This young mother's odd and frequently shifting accounts of what transpired in the final days and hours of her daughter's life startled the nation. From a story about a wholly fictitious nanny kidnapping Kaylee through months of lies about keeping a job that she didn't have, it was evident to many spectators that Anthony was concealing something. The trial was a media circus, with every site reporting many times per day on the latest developments. The hearings were carried live on cable networks, and Anthony was swiftly labeled America's most despised mother. In 2011, Anthony, who waited a full month before reporting her daughter missing, stood trial for the murder while the capital sentence was on the table. In the hearing, suspect internet searches, forensic evidence that a decomposing body had probably been in the trunk of Anthony's car, and unsubstantiated allegations of sexual abuse were offered as evidence. After nearly 11 hours of deliberation, the jury found her not guilty of murder, but guilty of 4 counts of providing false information to law police, 2 of which were later dropped. It was a verdict that stunned the entire nation. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.